Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Euron Systems. And we have another live episode today on Business Spotlight. So, thank you, everybody, for joining in. Today, it's a very special guest for us, personally for me, as well as the topic which is there. We have, a player who has represented different sports, in cricket, different leagues, etc. So joining us today would be winning beyond, the cricket pitch, Roshan MJ. He's currently actually pursuing his masters in sports business and management in the UK at Manchester Metropolitan University. Plus, he also does, work in different sports and fitness industries. Before this, he was actually a professional cricketer for over 10 years, representing KSCA, that is Karnataka State Zonals, under 17 probables, under 17 nationals, Karnataka universities, KPL, Karnataka Premier League Talent Hunt Squad, and n number of teams across Karnataka, which shaped his passion for sports, performance, and athlete mindset. Alongside with this, he has also worked into different SaaS based companies, APAC market, giving a unique perspective on business side of the sports, branding, athlete growth, and modern sports culture. And one more thing is me and Roshan have also worked in one of the company, quite similar to what we do currently at Euron Systems. So that's all about it. So let me introduce to you and give you Roshan MJ. Thank you, Roshan, for accepting our invite and joining. By the way, guys, Roshan is in Manchester. It is a complete different time zone. It's a complete different temperature, but still,
Yes.
he accepted our notice in a very short period of time and he came to the live. So, thank you very much, Roshan, for that.
Actually, thank you, Mir Bhai, for inviting me, to this podcast. I'm really excited. I've never done this before. This is my first time. And I used to watch your, Instagram highlights and your videos. And I was very excited to see that the people I work with, he's doing so good now. And thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Roshan, for that. And before we go ahead, guys, I would like to give an update that Roshan, when I used to see his Instagram post, I was wondering, यार क्रिकेट तो हम भी खेल लेते हैं बट इतनी अच्छी तो हम कभी नहीं खेल पाए. I also so that was something which Roshan was there for me. And working with Roshan gave a very unique sense. It was not just about converting the sales. जो mindset होता है, there's a reason जो बोलते हैं ना कि sportsmanship और athlete mindset यार, it is actually different. When I genuinely started working with Roshan and we took this ahead, वो जो 8 to 10 months I worked with him, yeah, it's a different mindset altogether in genuine. I think most of the Indians should develop that.
To be honest, Mir Bhai, I would credit you, to shaping my business development skills. You remember when we first joined and I was first struggling with all of the process of sales. And that is when you helped in, you came in and you were like, see, Roshan, this is the way and you have to do it this way. You have to be disciplined. Okay, my sports discipline was something else, but when it came to corporate, I would rate you as one of the top people who helped me, come through business development. And that is why I'm thriving a lot in business development and I love sales and business development, to be honest.
Great, great. Thank you so much. I feel very happy and proud that I was able to contribute something to you. So, Roshan, let's get a little bit into deep dive. We also
Mhm.
have a few people already joined us. Jafar, excited for this podcast. We have Sakshi, who I don't know has shared an emoji. I'm not sure of what that emoji is. But yeah, thank you, Sakshi and Jafar, for joining in. So, Roshan, let's understand the very first basic thing. Okay, very
Mm.
simple. Keep it. So, what was the reason you first got into sports? What was the reason, and when did you decide कि मेरे को ये करना है?
Okay, so let's go way long back now. I was very young when I decided to pursue, cricket as my passion, cricket as my career. I started playing cricket, Mir Bhai, when I was 6 years old. My father started teaching
Mhm.
me cricket at home with the sponge balls and the plastic bats. Because my father was a huge cricket
Oh,
fan and he used to play. He also represented Karnataka University.
oh wow.
So that is when I started playing. I was 6 years old, and for the first 6 years, he was just setting up my base of getting the technique right, getting the mindset right, and everything. And coming from a tier two city it was a bit of a challenge for a kid who did not know how to proceed ahead, or how this process goes. And I professionally started representing, Karnataka State Cricket Association zonals when I was 12 years old. I started playing for the under 14s. Then I understood there is a huge set of process. It starts where you represent your district, then you represent your zones, then you represent your state probables, then you represent your respective age group categories, state level team. So it was a huge, huge, huge thing for me. And once you miss that year, it's all gone. You restart again, all over again. And this has happened to me over and over and over again. It's not like I got it in the first try, or in my second try. I played for like 10 years, back to back, with the same discipline, with the same mindset of waking up every day and trying to play cricket. Now, coming to why cricket, I never started playing cricket looking at how rich I can get, or how famous I can get. I started playing cricket because I fell in love with cricket, with the game, with the passion. And that is why I still play today. It's not like I have completely stopped playing cricket. I play for my team, Manchester Metropolitan Cricket Team. I play the Greater Manchester Cricket League here. So for me, cricket is basically my first love, as you can say, and it will always be. So that is the reason I started playing cricket nearby.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Now, as you said that there were different processes and such, I'll get to the Manchester part maybe a little later on the live. But I would
Mhm.
like to understand, because you said it didn't happen at very first time, and then if it goes for a flop, then I think you should do everything
Yes,
right, said
100%.
to restart. So, how hard it is in India actually to represent at a at least IPL stage or a Ranji Trophy stage. Let's not get into international. Let's at least keep Ranji Trophy and IPL. How hard is it actually to get over there?
To be very honest, I'll be very frank with you. It is absolutely hard. You should be the top 1% to get into a state team, at least for you to play Ranji Trophy. So there is a criteria, for playing Ranji. I have my friends who play Ranji. One of them is Rohit Kumar AC. He's a left arm spinner, and he played for Karnataka Ranji team. And we saw him as a kid. We saw his process, or we saw his progress, how he went up to that level. And it is immensely difficult for anyone, no matter how technically strong you are, no matter how physically fit you are. But if you're not mentally fit, you're not going to play Ranji, you're not going to play IPL, you're not going to represent your country. So cricket for me, then we all understood that cricket is more of a mental game, rather than being too technical. So I would say 0.1% chance of you representing your state.
Wow. Okay, so we have, let's say, 28 states, and there are almost 150 crore people. Still, the probability is just 0.1%.
Exactly, 0.1%. There was this one reel that I saw, or I think so, one YouTube short that I saw from a page called Crick Editor. They are very famous. They post the cricket content. It said that you are likely to be get struck by lightning in India than representing India in cricket.
Oh my God.
That is the odds. So you know how it goes. 150 crore people, Meerbai, you have to get the odds yourself. 11 people play in the team, 16 in a squad out of 150 crore people.
Yeah, that means the people who actually genuinely have played for the Indian cricket team, let's say
Hmm.
the current 11 or the previous 11 or whatever, yeah,
Hmm.
that means they're very extremely passionate, hardworking, talented, technically sound, physically fit, mentally fit. Any other terms which I can use for it?
Financially fit. See, I'll come to that
Okay.
point.
Why
Every
financially fit?
every player who plays for the country, definitely they are one of the top athletes of the nation. No doubt in that. No doubt. Because representing a country where 150 crore people live in, and you're the top 11, top 16 people, you're impeccable. You're great. But there are some examples, there are some cases which are very clearly visual to All of us. We don't take names, you don't take names, nobody take their names, but back of their mind we know that how the process happens. See, India is a place
Mhm.
where people preach politics more than God. So
Okay.
by that terms, I hope you understand how
But
things go
let us
sometimes.
say, even if those doors are open, but man, you can't be in the team. I think you can get an opportunity maybe one time to represent, but to be with the team, let's say if I have to be someone like a playing 11 and I have to represent India for 10 years, यार वो तो कोटे से नहीं चलेगा या फिर वो तो एक्स्ट्रा फेस तो नहीं चलेगा.
Never. That is not gonna run on quota. Never. If you are
Hmm.
representing India for over a decade, you're already a legend. You are the most consistent athlete India could ask for the next 10 years. But
Hmm.
when you say there would be doors open, I can give you numerous examples there where people have immensely performed in the domestic circuit, yeah, yet they were never
Hmm.
given an India call up and never given many chances in IPL, no matter what their performances are. But on the other hand, you see these people, they are this one hit wonders in IPL. They come in, they play 3 to 4 good games, and they get the national call up. So the mindset between the two athletes who has worked for years and years and still hasn't gotten a call up, and the guy who just barged into IPL, not denying his hard work and passion, but still in both of these scenarios, the guy who has worked in domestic circuit mode deserves a better opportunity at representing a higher level.
Okay. I did see a couple of pictures of yours with a certain teams in the IPL, which we
Yeah.
will not definitely mention the names. So that means
Yes.
you are a person who has gone into IPL as well.
No. Not
Okay, then.
nowhere near to what that term sounds and what those pictures look like,
Mhm.
because you know Mir, how it works. We worked together for 8 months. I used to tell you the stories of what happens in cricket, right? So if we
Okay.
I don't think so we should be taking any names here.
Right, right. But then if I tell see, I guess I don't remember the names, but the recent examples, which you see that the players who have genuinely struggled a lot, who are not
Hmm.
financially thing. I think Yashas C Jaiswal is there,
Yes, SSP.
Suryavanshi is there,
Yes.
and I think Prince Yadav is there, and that
Yes.
Sunrisers Hyderabad one bowler Akib or Hussain.
Akib
These
Nabi
guys
from
have,
Kashmir.
yeah, Kashmir. I mean, these guys have genuinely come up. So, do you think should we consider that okay, no, cricket is not equal for all? Should we say that no, these guys genuinely deserve? That's why they are there.
See, now what happens, Mir Bhai, they deserve it genuinely. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, exceptional talent. Okay, people might debate about his age, that is 15 or 17 or 18. No matter what the age, he's doing absolutely best. Right? He's a kid.
Wonders.
He's doing absolute wonders. There are people, everybody. That's what I'm saying. Everybody who plays for Ranji, who plays for the IPL, or who represents the country, everybody is talented. Everybody is hardworking, and everybody gives in his all to represent a certain level. But
Hmm.
now, what differentiates between these people is, okay, there are some boards in India who prefer absolute talents, who seek out
Hmm.
talents, right? That is how Vaibhav comes into place. So that is how Yashasvi comes into place. But
Hmm.
there are some boards also in India who prefer a bit
Okay.
more, you know,
Understood.
for themselves
Understood.
so that they can push.
Hmm.
I'm not saying nobody is talented. Even the guy who is financially strong with some connections
Has to be
from his
talented.
father has to be talented to be in the team.
Hmm.
One peak example of it, if even if we take names now, it's not gonna do any harm for him or
No, no,
his
let's not take
team.
David Ilham as.
No, he's a very renowned person. He plays in the IPL. He plays for Rajasthan. People would understand.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, I got it. I got it. So yeah, I mean, see, that's there. I think, see, what I feel is, yeah, nepotism तो होगा ही, obviously.
Hmm.
Everywhere there has to be some kind of a nepotism. अब वो चलता कितना लंबा है, it depends. If you are genuinely talented, if you are genuinely hardworking, you're genuinely mentally strong, you will represent the country for a longer period of time.
वो चलता इतना लंबा है जब तक आपके बैंक में पैसे हैं,
हाँ, बट ज्यादा नहीं चलेगा.
ज्यादा नहीं चलेगा.
यार परफॉर्म तो करना पड़ेगा. सी आई थिंक वन
परफॉर्मेंस
थिंग
इज
इन
मैंडेटरी.
स्पोर्ट्स, वो
Performance
तो
is mandatory.
मैंडेटरी है.
You play or not doesn't matter. There is a certain criteria that the board has set, that the country has set, that you have to represent this level, and you have to keep performing if you want to play for India.
That
You
is
have to do it no matter what.
definitely, no matter what. Great. Now, Roshan, let us understand the second phase of what turned around to you from
Hmm.
the cricket to sports management and business. That is okay. But why Manchester? Okay, what made you move to Manchester and what made you actually get into the management, sports business, and everything? What was the thought process behind this? Because we were working together, man, couple of years
Yes.
ago in
Yes.
India, and now you're sitting across seven oceans and we are having a different chat altogether. But what
Yes.
led to that idea and why that specific city or a country?
So let me get straight to part two of how I decided to pursue, higher education whilst playing cricket for 10 years. 10, 12 years I've given my life for cricket,
Hmm.
and how suddenly someone transitions into, focusing more on their corporate life or their academics. So it all happened in the COVID. So me and my parents, my family, we understood right then
Hmm.
and there, because of some circumstances, because there were some things that happened in the background. We understood that, yes, Roshan, this is not going to work out anymore for you. Cricket is not going to work out anymore. You keep playing because you love the game, but have a plan B in your life. So that plan B for me was pursuing an MBA. So I
Hmm.
pursued my MBA in marketing in 2021, 22. And that is how we both met. Because I pursued MBA, we both
Right.
met through
Mhm.
our corporate company. And
Right.
that was my phase two. Actually, it is very hard for someone who wakes up every day to play, now is waking up every day to head to the office. And academically, okay, I'm not saying I was academically weak, I am smart, but I was not my numbers are not academically strong, because I could not give the entire time to academics that I gave to cricket. So even for my
Right.
parents, the priority was cricket. Even for me, the priority was cricket. My parents never asked me ki what kitte number aaye, what marks did you get, right? Why did you fail? I never failed, but I'm just giving an example of why this all happened. That was part one, phase one to me. Now coming to phase two is business development, where I worked with you. Then I worked for some
Mhm.
other companies. Everything was in SaaS. I never even thought that one day I'll be into business development. I never thought I would do MBA in the first place. And that is when you come into the scenario, and then you guide me through business development, and this is how it works, this is how you survive, and these are the type of clients you get, and this is how you talk on the phone, this is how you talk face to face. And that is what I learned from you. And that is how it became my entire personality for the remainder of my life, that okay, I'm good at this. I don't know how. I can talk to people. Let's continue this. And that is how business development came into place. Now
Mhm.
what struck me is I was feeling this, stuck in life phase. I was in that
गैप
phase.
है, कुछ तो गैप है.
कुछ तो गैप है. I was like, स्पोर्ट्स खेला 10 साल, एमबीए की, और अभी सेल्स में हूँ. वो मेरे को थ्री इडियट्स वाली गधे की फीलिंग आ रही थी कि वो गधा तो भाई मैं ही हूँ.
Got it.
And then I was like, okay, why not turn my good communication skills that I learned throughout my MBA and the business development and my background in cricket? Why not combine these two and find a job in this sector? And that is how sports management came into the place. I never planned of coming to the UK to study sports management. There was this one specific phase in my life where I understood that I have to do this now. Let's
Mhm.
combine my passion and let's combine my skills to something that I love. I am ready now to do exceptional business development, skills to sports management now, to sports organizations now, to sports companies, to
Wow.
sports retails. So that is how me and my sister helped me a lot throughout this. So we both decided that yes, I'm gonna be doing sports management, and now where? There are n number of places. There is USA, there is Canada, there is UK, there's Europe, everywhere.
Why not India?
Why not India?
Yeah,
So
you said so many countries, not India.
exactly, I did not mention India for one specific reason, is that yes, there are some good colleges in India which teach you sports management, but they will only teach you sports management to the level that they understand it of. Cricket is a
Mm-hmm.
religion in India, everybody knows, right?
Right.
Everybody praises the football team, but we are not getting any results, right? And there is
We are
what
getting
covered,
some decent results, I
yeah, right
guess.
now, because the Gen Zs and the
Mm-hmm.
new age people, they are now getting a more groove, a more hold of football compared to
Mm-hmm.
before. But before it was just
Right.
what Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, and they used to watch their games, and that's it. Now that they're getting into football, people are getting more open to comment about football. Now, why not India is this? Because they lack a lot of ability to conduct sports events. One good example would be, one of my friends mentioned it. This is not me speaking. His name is Johannes.
Mm-hmm.
He lives
Mm-hmm.
with me here. He gave me this amazing insight that there was once an F1 race conducted in India, in Delhi.
Okay.
And after that, the government decides not to conduct any more F1 races, and F1, pulled back only because the Indian government were charging 350% of taxes on top of everything.
Okay.
F1 is the richest sport in the world, and India lost an amazing opportunity to become a very
Mm-hmm.
good place, because every driver, like my friend mentioned, every F1 driver loved the track, loved the smoothness of the track. And now it's just एक बंजर जमीन बन के रह गई है अभी वो, कुछ नहीं है वहाँ पे. It was an F1 track once. So India lacks these things to develop. They only focus on cricket, 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 which is not bad. We are doing exceptionally well in that field. We are world number one. We are world champions. Very good. But what about other sports? Now, coming to why I chose Manchester and UK in the first place, is because Manchester is also known as the sports capital, right? And they
Mm-hmm.
have these two very big teams, Man United and Man City, like everybody knows. They play in the Premier League.
Right.
And UK is one of those countries who don't only focus in one sport. You see England, they are good in cricket, they are good in football, right? They are good in
Mm-hmm.
Olympics, they are good in
Mm-hmm.
cycling. Every you name
Right.
that sport, and England is a very healthy and a very competitive, participant of that sport. So that is why I
Okay.
chose UK and Manchester specifically to study sports management, because it will open a lot of doors. If not cricket, it's football. If not football, it's cycling. It's not cycling, it's Olympics. Anything. So that is the main reason I chose Manchester nearby.
Understood. Okay. Have to agree with a lot of points with you. Definitely, I believe that a lot of people, ex-sportsmen, current sportsmen who are representing India and
Hmm.
doing wonders, have highlighted that they have not got the branding, or they've not got the visibility or the same amount of training or same amount of facilities what other sports should generally get, or it's not equally distributed. That is
Hmm.
there. Definitely we shall do someday better as a country, and we can produce more and more people, and एक गोल्ड या चार गोल्ड के बजाय से हम 25-30 गोल्ड लाके खुश हो. That should
Exactly.
happen, hoping that for ours as well. So
Yes.
apart from this, apart from the political point of view or the government infrastructure point of view,
Hmm.
what else has differentiated us from the UK in terms of taking up other sports, in terms of fitness levels, in terms of infrastructure levels, in terms of recognition levels, in terms of the overall diets, everything, like what an athlete requires. What is the major differences have you seen, or are we still doing good? Because I mean, we do have
No, I have seen
amazing
this. I have
infrastructure.
studied this very deeply. I've seen this very deeply of why India is only dominating in one sport, right? Apart from javelin and Neeraj, we are just dominating in
That's
one
one
sport.
person.
Yeah,
That's just one person, though. He's exceptional. I don't think so.
exactly.
We have 15, 20 people competing like that.
Yeah.
And one or two
So
have started in recent. One is athlete. I think some, I don't remember the name. See, even I am wrong at it. He did
Hmm.
100-meter sprint at 10.09
Yes,
something,
yes, yes,
but I don't
yes,
remember his name. It's my bad. I'm also wrong in this case. But yeah.
yes. So the difference, Mir Bhai, coming here all is very, like you said, apart from the political reasons, politics is the only reason that we are not excelling in any other sport. When it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to budget allocation, right? The budget that
Hmm.
cricket gets and the budget that other sports get is very bad. This was from a very recent interview where Virat Kohli mentioned that the Indian hockey players are fitter than the Indian cricket team players.
I think he mentioned clearly that we are just 15% to what the hockey team is
Exactly,
in terms
exactly.
of
So,
fitness.
so it is not about your fitness. It is not about your diet. Do you think the athlete who is fitter than Virat Kohli is having a better diet than Virat Kohli? No, वो घर में अपने अपनी माँ जो बना रही है वो खा रहा है घी खा रहा है right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about what comes down from the top. If your infrastructure is not ready, if you're not providing the equal opportunities, if you're not providing the equal set of skills required to develop a nation to compete at the highest level to any sport like they do for cricket, you're not going to excel at it. Very simple.
Got
Kho and Kabaddi being exceptionals because they are desi sports.
it. Mm-hmm.
And I don't think so. There are many people in tier one cities who play that sport, right? So completely coming to infrastructure, it depends. That is what separates UK from India. UK
Mm-hmm.
sees every single sports as the same. They want to excel in football. They want to excel in cricket. They want to excel in ice hockey. Everything,
Mm-hmm.
and that is why they are so competitive at every level. Premier
Okay.
League that goes on here is known as one of the toughest leagues and one of the most famous
Right.
leagues, most money drawing leagues in the world.
Very true.
The money that cricket draws for India, because of the big names and the history of cricket, to be very honest, that money won't be drawn by football. That money won't be drawn by pro kabaddi leagues. Pro kabaddi league
Mm-hmm.
was a very hit in the season one, and what happened after that? Why is it falling apart? Why nobody talks about pro kabaddi leagues nowadays in social media? Have you ever seen a post recently about pro kabaddi league?
To be honest, no.
Obviously not, because it's not pulling that audience. It's not pulling that money in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Got
what
it.
separates UK with India.
Understood. Now, let's get into a bit different zone. I mean, I
Hmm.
could see a sports person's insights coming out when you were talking. It was not just an answer from a person living in UK. It was a Indian sports person who gave his sweat for 10 years in India. He was speaking out,
Yes,
which I
100%.
really loved it. Yeah. So now, when you're doing the sports management and sports business, what are the actual opportunities in this? If you could give an explanation to our Indian audiences, see, considering if we do not have that highest level of education, I
Hmm.
doubt even people might know much about it. I think in recent times, when Jatin and a few commentators came out
Hmm.
and told
Hmm.
about business analysis, cricket analysis, people got to know that such roles exist.
Hmm.
And I doubt before the early COVID era, we were even aware that cricket could have analysts. I mean, I'm not sure if we were very much aware of it. So, what are
See,
the business opportunities, or generally people get in sports? If you could help us out.
coming specifically to sports business or sports management, or let's say the analytical roles of sport, like you said, you're absolutely spot on. Nobody knew what analysts would do for a sports team, because as a sportsman you never really focus on what happens outside the field. You only focus what you do. But no,
Hmm.
that is also a very very crucial point in today's sport, where the analysts study outside the game of how you perform, what you perform, right? And what you could do better in the next game. And that completely changes the scenario. Because if someone tells me, Roshan, you were doing this, in the next game, you have to avoid this and you have to start doing this, and this. the entire game, the entire scenario changes. Nobody knows that. Now, coming to sports business opportunities here in the UK, I'll tell you, you can get into sports management where you're managing logistics, you're managing retail, right? You're managing the teams, the kids, right? Then you can go to the other part of sports management, that is sales. You can go to sponsorship sales, you can go to ticket sales, right? You can go to partnership management, right? Apart
Mm-hmm.
from that, I think so you can get into some technical roles, like you said, like you can be the technical assistant, you can be the video
Mm-hmm.
assistant, right? You can
Right.
be a sports analyst, you can be a journalist, right? So all of these doors that I just mentioned, these are just limited that I mentioned that came on top from my head. But apart
Mm-hmm.
from this, all of these roles combined with all of the other sports, you get a huge opportunity line that you can try every time. But now what happens, Mir, by that many people do not know of, that I was not very aware of before coming to the UK. There is a system in the UK. It's not just about sports management. It is for everyone who is watching it out right now, who is planning to study abroad. This is for them. So if you're planning to study abroad, make you have to keep in mind that you are not going to stay in the UK for more than 3 years. 1 year of your master's and
Mm-hmm.
2 years of your post study work visa. So what is happening here is, it's we students after graduation, when they find work, for you to work here permanently, Meerbhai, you should be getting a tier 2 visa. That is
Okay.
a work visa, basically a skilled worker visa. And to provide that skilled worker visa, you should also hold a threshold here, right? Which is like 42,700 pounds a year.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone who is very young, someone who is not very experienced is coming to the UK to pursue masters, nobody is providing you a high salary and a sponsored license to stay here as an entry level role. So what they do now is they ask you to work during your PSW, your post study work visa, for 24 months, and
Mm-hmm.
for the basic salary, for the base salary. And after 24 months, they're like, no, we can't help you anymore. And this has happened when people say that out of 100 people, 80 people go back to their respective countries because they can't find a job, is 100% true. But they state it wrong every time. It is not that they can't find a job, it is that the companies cannot sponsor you in the first place. Why they cannot sponsor you? Because they do not hold the license to sponsor you. They have to spend a lot of money to attain that license from the government, right? Then they have to look after your skilled worker visa, right? It takes a lot of effort. If your company, if Meer's company in the UK, and people are there, you took 10 interviews, and all the 10 of the candidates, they are like, sponsor us, Meer. But you can't sponsor them. They are only 10 employees. You cannot spend thousands of dollars or thousands of pounds to sponsor 10 people. Amazon would do it, Nike would do it, Microsoft, big companies who have more than 10,000 employees would definitely do it because they need that manpower. But new companies, there's no chance that you're getting it. It's not that you can't find a job, or it's not like they do not provide sponsorships. It's not they cannot provide sponsorships in the first place.
Mm. Got it. Okay. Thank God I didn't go. इतना stress ही नहीं लेना है. I'm happy to hear a bit. But yeah, I mean, that's something amazing which you give insights and everything. See, it's also, we need to understand that it's not about telling one country is wrong or other country is good or they are right. It's just about the differences which a person has felt. It's nothing
Hmm.
about we are targeting something. See, India as a country, Bharat, मेरी माँ है यार.
Why?
What do you tell Bharat?
I
That
love
is
India.
there. Yeah,
वो
we love
कभी नहीं
India.
जाए.
हाँ, बस उसमें थोड़ी से चीज़ें अपनी लाइफ के लिए या फिर अपनी फैमिली के लिए या फिर अपने करियर के लिए अगर आप बेटरमेंट के लिए कहीं पे जा रहे हो एंड यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू इट, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग यार. आई मीन there's nothing wrong, I genuinely feel. So, and there is one question which we have from the
Mm.
audience. I'll just highlight that. Okay, so how does franchise cricket like the Indian Premier League change the business of cricket? Okay.
Oh, okay. A very, very interesting question, to be honest. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Azan Abbas Bhai, the franchise cricket in India, they generate a lot and lot of money. It's not just about IPL. I'm telling all the franchises, cricket, Tamil Nadu Premier League, KPL, and now in this case IPL, they generate all of their sources from selling their rights to broadcasters, to selling their to selling their logos, to selling a piece of their clothing to brands to sponsor them. So this is the most important part of revenue when it comes to money generation in IPL. And how does franchise cricket like the Indian Premier League change the business of cricket? It will keep on changing the business of cricket, because the more businesses grow in India, they want their name to be highlighted and to one of the best teams. Not LSG this year for sure, but they want their names on RCB this year, right? So that is when the growth model looks like, where your business is growing because one of the top leagues in the country is promoting your business in the first place. The top players are wearing your business in the first place, right? And they might do ads as well, if you're fortunate enough and if you're financially strong enough to get a few ads that you see, the 30-second slots in between where they come in and Arshdeep Singh is running away and is like, everything is possible. And the only good answer from that question would be, it is changing an entire lot of business through franchise cricket, where you can grow your business from 0 to 100 in one season of IPL.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so we have another question. I mean, we'll take the questions from the audience as of now.
Mm.
Okay, what happens behind the scenes in managing a cricket team or tournament?
Oh,
Oh, this is a deep one.
very, very interesting. Also, a very interesting question. What happens behind the scenes in managing a cricket team or tournament? So, I haven't managed a cricket team yet, but definitely I have been a part of a cricket team for over 10 years, and I know we have managers and how they manage it. Now, let's not talk about the grassroots levels for this answer,
Mhm.
because everybody knows it's done by the managers, by the coaches, and the other stuff. Coming to IPL or the Indian Premier League, or the World Cups, the behind the scenes of managing a cricket team starts with your logistics management, starts with your hospitality management, starts with your retail management. Because currently I am also volunteering in the ICC Women's World Cup
Mhm.
2026 that is being held in the UK, and we have a few games in Manchester Old Trafford, and I'm volunteering for the rights and broadcast protection.
Wow. Mhm.
So during the training and during some of the videos, during having a conversation with my manager, I understood how it all happens. She was like, first we will sort out the logistics, then we will sort out the hospitality, where how the buses are coming in, which team is allotted which bus, which team is allotted which room, where their kit bags are going, how they are maintained, when their clothes are washed. These are small things: washing clothes, washing shoes, or hospitality, booking a room. They seem very small when you're talking in normal terms, but when it comes to a cricket World Cup, somebody has to do it. Somebody has to book a room. Somebody has to clean their clothes. And nobody understands.
Right.
It's a very big scale when it comes to sports management. And this is what happens behind the scene when maintaining a cricket team. You have to maintain an entire decorum of the team. Whereas a manager, you're taking care of your athletes' visuals outside as well.
Right. And also the security, I guess.
100%. Security, so
Yeah.
that is mandatory. That is like basic.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
Basic. Great. I hope that has answered your question. Okay, there's another question from him itself. If you could mentor your 18-year-old self, what would you say? यार तब तो बोलता है कि और क्रिकेट खेल ले.
Oh, bhai. See, if I could mentor my 18-year-old self, I would definitely say that all of my friends say to me, all of my very close friends that say to me is, I wish I had more patience as a cricketer. The only reason, the only thing that I lacked as a cricketer was patience. My agenda was go from ball one.
Mhm.
So there are some things, see, that it's not like it never worked out for me. People really enjoyed how I played, and they tell it to my face, and I was like, yeah, I know I play good, but I need more patience. I need more patience. They're like, build the innings, build the innings. I wish I told that to a 16-year or a 17 or 18-year-old kid. So yeah, that is the only thing I would mentor my 18-year-old self in terms of cricket. In terms of life, I would tell you as a almost 27-year-old now. In terms of life, I would definitely say that sports is a very important part of any life. I would rate sports a tad bit higher than education, than academics, because sports give you that discipline, sports give you that mindset to excel in other things. If you are very disciplined in your sport, you will obviously do good in your academics. You will have better speaking skills. Obviously, you will know how to sell, like me and Mir. So yeah.
Definitely. Great, great. So we have another set of questions from
Ooh.
Nihal. Such a big question. Okay, nice.
So
Do you
so
think
let me. I'll read out that question. I'll tell you about Mr. Nihal Shetty as well. So Nihal Shetty is one of my childhood friends. We started
Mhm.
playing cricket together. Let me tell you, Mir, on this live, he is one of the most technically strong batsmen I have
Mhm.
ever seen. You have seen me play. You have seen my videos.
Yes.
I just look a bit flashy and a bit stylish. I learned that from Nihal Shetty, the
Wow.
technicality of batting. He's as old as me. He currently is in Australia, and he has joined from Australia for my stream.
Thank you,
So
Nihal.
Nihal
Can I
asks
tell
me,
that people are coming to my podcast from different continents? Okay, there's somebody from UK, there is somebody from Australia, there's somebody
yeah,
from India. So ठीक है यार, मतलब I am going across continents. I'll take it in that way.
yeah, definitely. There is someone from Europe as well. My sister would have joined from Germany for sure.
Oh, great. अरे बाप रे, four
So
continents.
Nihal Shetty asks me, do you think IPL teams are now built more around brand value and marketing rather than pure cricket strategy? Oh, bro, Nihal, this is absolute spot on that he has found. This is 100% true that IPL teams are now built more around their brand value and marketing. 100%. Because the owners, to be very honest, the owners, apart from very few cricketing lovers, they do not care if they are winning the IPL in the first place. The only thing that they care is, okay, I spent 500 CR this season. How much did I earn out of it? If I earn 560, I'm, oh, well, very good. I'm fine with 60 CR profit in 2 months, man. Right? So this is
Why
what
not?
happens in IPL nowadays. They focus more and more and more on brand value. For them, an IPL team is an asset. Obviously, they have to focus, and I'm not telling that it's bad. They have to focus on brand value and getting their value up only because they have spent $1 billion for a team, and that's not a small amount. Nobody can afford $1 billion to spend on a losing cause, right? So the probability of you winning the IPL, 1 out of 1:8, right? But yet you give a lot of money in that, so only because you want to build your brand value. And I'm not even taking away from any of the owners or IPL teams that they are providing exceptional chances for young talents in India. And yeah, I think it is rather a marketing and a brand value strategy, Nihal, rather than focusing on cricket, purely cricket. You know how it works.
Yeah, but then it is producing some great players, right? I mean, it has given some great infrastructure. There have been talent squads. I mean, the biggest example, if I would recall, is RCB.
Hmm.
RCB before 2024 was more of Virat Kohli, Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers or one or two star players.
Hmm.
जाओ धड़ाधड़ मारो या फिर 250 या फिर 49. That
Hmm.
was what was happening with RCB. We were getting into finals, but we were not able to win it. There
Hmm.
was passion, but there was everything. But I think post DK and the 2024, the M4 part, which guy is very famous. That's where you people, sports management, data analyst came into picture, and DK and the whole backend team started analyzing player strategy, started making a team rather than a superstar, and that's why we have a title. And we are already qualified, and we are the number one team for this IPL as well.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
it has affected in a good way. Sports management has affected in a good way. Brand value, yes, RCB was almost 1.7. I don't know how many billion also. I think 17-18 crore ka RCB ka valuation tha,
18,000 CR. Yeah.
which is great. And which is giving a bit of, obviously it's giving good cricket. But यार, obviously यार, पैसा लग रहा है, तो पैसा बनना भी चाहिए. गलत बात नहीं है
Exactly.
यार.
That is, see, if you're investing, you're obviously hoping for a return.
ऑब्वियसली अभी ना हम
Not
100 रुपए डाल के स्टॉक मार्केट में रिटर्न का सोच रहे हैं, सामने वाला 500 करोड़ डाल के बैठा है भाई, थोड़ा तो
easy.
रिटर्न एक्सपेक्ट करेगा.
Exactly. He will be expecting a return. And like you said, RCB has developed over the last 2 years. They have exceptionally developed very, very well. One very interesting story, Mir Bhai, would be of Rajat Patidar becoming the IPL winning captain.
Mhm.
So there is a player called Lavneet Sisodia. He was again drafted for the last game against KKR this season. He's from
Mhm.
Karnataka. Me, Nihal Shetty, we all played against him, and he's from Bangalore. So he was in the RCB squad in 2023, I guess. And in the nets, he gets injured. His
Mhm.
elbow breaks, and that injury replacement is Rajat Patidar, who later
Wow.
on goes on to become the captain of RCB, not just the captain, the winning captain of RCB. So you know how tables turn. One small opportunity he got from
Mhm.
somebody else's injury, and he's a winning captain. The first IPL trophy for RCB was
For
under his
RCB,
captaincy, which will never be forgotten in the first place. It's in the history
never.
books already.
इट इज इन द हिस्ट्री बुक्स. आई मीन सी
So
यार, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर कोई चीज अच्छी हो रही है तो उसको कमर्शलाइज तो करना पड़ेगा. इट हैज टू बी देयर मैन, कम ऑन. दैट्स हाउ बिजनेसेस ग्रो, दैट्स हाउ प्लेयर्स इंटरेस्ट कम, दैट्स हाउ ब्रांड इंटरेस्ट कम, दैट्स हाउ द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इवेंचुअली डेवलप्स.
hmm,
राइट, अगर कंपनी पैसा लगाएगी तभी तो स्टेडियम और अच्छे बनेंगे, तभी तो फिर
100%.
लोग टिकटें खरीदेंगे. अगर हम सस्ती टिकट रख देंगे तो फिर डेवलपमेंट कहाँ से
There
होगा
is
यार. यू हैव टू
a very
अंडरस्टैंड
very
दैट
very
इज व्हाट.
interesting thing that you mentioned, that अच्छे स्टेडियम होंगे तो और ज्यादा लोग आएंगे और ज्यादा टिकटें बिकेंगे. That is one of the few things that I'm learning here in my masters in sports business, which is called fan engagement. There is an entire thing on that. Ki how do you
वाह.
keep your fans engaged during a sporting activity? So it could be the visuals, it could be the ambience, right? It could be the before the game strategy, before after the game strategy, during the game strategy. There are n number of things to draw more and more and more players. And the best part about football in the UK is you don't need to do that over aggressively. People love football and they will show up. And it's the same thing
राइट.
in India. You don't need to over aggressively sell anything. If it's an India Pakistan game, the tickets are gonna be sold out. Nobody's selling there. People are
राइट.
buying. It's like that.
Very true. Great. Great finger red number one. Okay. I didn't understand this, but what does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay. Roshan, you're doing great.
See,
Great.
Sakshi is also one of my friends who lives in Manchester.
Oh, great. So we have a lot of audience from Roshan side. यार मेरे लिए भी आ जाया करो कोई.
Mir bhai. Yeah,
Okay,
that
Azhan is
above
from
the
my
above
side.
comment is from my sister. Her name is Rumana.
Okay, that is Rumana from your sister. Thank you, ma'am, for joining
Yes.
in. And Nihal as well. Okay, Azhan is from my side. Thank you, Azhan. Thank you, brother, for joining in. And there's one more question. I think what happens, okay, this was asked. Okay, what would you mentor yourself? Okay, one final message for students and young dreamers watching this live. यार
One
ये भी
final
अभी बच्चा
message
ही है यार,
for
ये भी यंग ही है. ऐसे मत हमको अंकल वाली
हाँ
फीलिंग
भाई
मत
तो
दिया करो.
अभी तो भाई 26 का हुआ है अभी.
Yeah, even he's a Gen
One
Z, not to worry.
One final message for students and young dreamers watching this live. See, I am young still, Mir is young still, and we are still dreamers. हम आज भी सोचते हैं कि कुछ अच्छा हो. We are still dreaming of a better life. We are still dreaming of better future opportunities. It is a race, like everybody says. So you don't have to worry about one final message. There is nothing called as one final message because you will be learning every single day of your life. There will be some challenges that will be very hard on you. There will be some things that will be too easy for you. And obviously, if you're I would definitely, I'm not against nepotism or anything. If you're privileged enough that you're financially strong, if you're privileged enough that your parents have connections, if you're privileged enough that you have good connections and friends, make the complete use of it to keep everyone behind. For
Amazing.
sure, it is
And
not your fault that you were born privileged. Make use of it.
I mean, pretty obvious. I mean, I think the biggest example which we have seen in the recent time is the son of the god of cricket itself,
Ah,
Sachin Tendulkar's son, Arjun Tendulkar.
beautiful.
Man,
I love those. Yeah.
I mean, every single expert, every single ex cricketer, every single person who is there has always told about his hard work, his
Hmm.
passion, his
Hmm.
patience, his dedication, the way he is grounded and everything. He is सचिन का बेटा. पहली चीज को खेलने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. इतना पैसा है
Exactly.
सचिन के पास.
Exactly.
सचिन सर के पास इतना पैसा है. You don't have to worry that he technically doesn't have to play. But then, man, he knows there are going to be comparisons. He knows that he's going to get trolled left and right, and that is
Yes.
happening on social media. भाई 4 लाइव लिया हूँ मेरे को ट्रोल करने लग गए लोग. I've just
Exactly.
taken a few lives. I mean,
Hmm.
that is सचिन का बेटा. Obviously, इंडिया में nepotism से जब कोई आता है तो उसको ट्रोल करने के लिए he becomes the number one target. But
Yeah.
then look at that guy's effort. Look at the guy's patience. Look at that talent, passion, hunger. भाई पूरे 14 मैचों में 13 मैच आप पानी पिला रहे हो, आप साइड लाइन में हो, लेकिन यू कम बैक in a team with experienced players and there are more than 200 odd runs put on the board and you are the
Hmm.
least economical player when you have played only 5 games in the whole IPL. Man, that is something real. If
That is
somebody
true.
is as good as Arjun Tendulkar and is as dedicated as that guy, यार उसको nepotism favor कर रहा है चलेगा. If he is Sachin का बेटा, he is doing everything right to make sure that he is doing that amazingly. He has
Hmm.
never taken that in his head. He has always focused and worked. Obviously, privileges मिलते हैं, बुरा लगता है जो बाहर से आता है, but guys, he deserves. वो बंदा बहुत मेहनत कर रहा है यार.
100% true, Mir Bhai. Now he is under extreme pressure. Uh, God, his father is referred as God everywhere. And see why, I don't know why people always want this कि जो God है वो सचिन है, सचिन का बेटा उससे भी अच्छा हो, गवास्कर का बेटा उससे भी अच्छा हो. There are things, there are some people who are born exceptionally talented. There are certainties of life. It's not like if I do great, my son would be better. I would want him to be. But nobody told Sachin's father or nobody told Gavaskar's father about the same things that Arjun Tendulkar is going through. So it's fine. It's fine. He's doing his best, right? He's a good, hardworking man. And like you said, being a son of a star, sitting out for 13 games, वो एक फोन लगाता वो सारे मैच अंदर खेलता भाई वो सचिन का बेटा है.
Hmm.
But he's not doing that, and it shows on social media when Sara and Sachin wish him separately for that one wicket he got, right? Because they know how much he's gone through and they know how much he's working hard. That is the
Very
best
true.
part. I love it. He will get his, वो बोलते हैं ना, सबर का फल मीठा भी
उसको
होता है
मिलेगा
और अच्छा
definitely.
मिलता है, तो he will get it for sure.
Definitely, we wish he gets. I mean, see, even I give another example with. I know it's not to defame somebody, but in Bollywood as well, yeah, there is Ranbir Kapoor and there is X Kapoor.
Yes,
Aj is one is called as the biggest superstar of our generation. Other
100%.
one is just a meme material.
100.
Nepotism शायद आपके लिए दरवाजे खोल देगा. You might get a chance, but
But to
brother, you have
maintain
to
that,
perform. You have to.
perfect
बहुत
example
कुछ
that you
लगता
just
है. बहुत कुछ लगता है यार, ऐसे ही आप नहीं जाते हो, भले ही थोड़ी प्रिविलेजेस होके आप कहीं पे पहुंच सकते हो, बट इवन रणवीर अलाबादिया, इवन ही इज प्रिविलेज्ड, ही स्टडी
gave.
फ्रॉम धीरू भाई अंबानी स्कूल.
Exactly. and
आपको
and
पता
the
है
best
उसका
part of,
कितना फीस होता है एक महीने का?
मैं भाई lakhs, lakhs में होगा. And
बट
the best part
भाई
about, what's the best part about Ranveer Alabadia? He confesses it. he clearly states that he's very privileged, and it's not wrong.
Right.
It's not his fault that his parents are rich. It's fine. टेक योर चांसेस गाइस. जो भी जितना भी आपके पास प्रिविलेजेस हैं उसको उठाओ. अगर प्रिविलेजेस नहीं है तो प्रिविलेजेस बनाओ, बट डू समथिंग. यस.
Do it for it. Yes, definitely. I think even Ashish Chanchlani, right? Even he has clearly admitted that he comes from a good family. He had
Yes.
all the comfort. He got all the love. He got all the materialistic things which he wanted, and he
100%.
utilized that for something good. And he's one of the best creators or top creators in India.
वेरी गुड, वेरी
ऐसा नहीं
टैलेंट.
कि यार ऐसा नहीं है कि अमीर बाप की औलाद हमेशा बिगड़ी भी हो. It is a phrase which has there. It has happened
Yes.
unfortunately, but yeah, there are people who are doing genuinely good, and whatever extra you can tell facilities which God has blessed them with, they're utilizing it in the best way.
100%. Apart from these examples, I would also like to give your example, Mir Bhai, that you're still thriving through business development, thriving for yourself and your company. Even though we will not take names and any numbers, we know how good you are and how what kind of a business you and your father have. And even after that, you're still this grounded guy, helping people and trying to get the best out of them, always smiling all the time, making people comfortable around them, and that is the best thing that I love about you.
थैंक यू सो मच यार. इतनी तारीफ मत करो, आदत नहीं है. सडनली जब कोई इतनी तारीफ कर देता है, आई लूज आउट ऑफ वर्ड्स इन जनरल. बट देन सी एवरीथिंग हैज इट्स टाइम. Let's see how the things go. Our work is to give our 100%. Our work
Yes.
is to give what we can do. बाकी क्या भगवान है, अल्लाह है, ईश्वर है.
Mhm.
You can tell Jesus, राम जी, you can tell हनुमान. There are so many other फैक्टर्स बियॉन्ड आर कंट्रोल. जो हमारे हाथ में है, मेहनत करना, दिमाग
Yes.
लगाना, अच्छा बनना, हम वो कर रहे हैं. बाकी ऊपर वाला है.
100%.
Okay, I,
100%.
I wanted to take this one question. Okay, the podcast has gone a bit longer than expected for
Uh-huh.
the amazing
Okay.
answers you have given. But
Yeah.
if you could change one thing in modern cricket, what would it be?
If I could change one thing in modern cricket, is keep it exactly how it is right now. No more additions, no more subtractions in rules, in play games, in anything. Keep it this way, and cricket will thrive longer than ever. Do not try to shorten it anymore. Do not try to infuse every other rule in the cricket book. Try to use less of technology because human error is sometimes required. It's fine. People have played like that before. People will still play in the future. So, yeah, that would be the one
Great.
thing I would change.
Okay, guys, a bit of promotion time. Euron system. So, if anybody who wants to get into business management and wants to teach into business management, sports management, everything, you can do via Euron systems by launching your own online academy under 30 seconds. This is what
Wow.
technology can do, guys. Under 30 seconds your whole website is live, your whole online academy is live. So this is what it can do. Come with Euron systems, have the 100% ownership, like how Roshan is having his own ownership. Have 100% of the revenue as others are having, and have your own customs. Enjoy it. If you are a person who loves teaching, who understands content, who loves giving value to people, and you're taking the help of online mode, Euron Systems is the learning management system or the LMS for you. And now, guys, a big thank you to every single person who joined. I couldn't take a couple of comments, I guess. I'm so sorry because Roshan was giving such amazing answers that I couldn't get into it. So, thank you to every single person who has joined this live for making it successful, for commenting out, to every single person who came in for Roshan, for us, for Euron Systems. Thank you all, and we really apologize that we couldn't take all the questions or all the comments. Okay, so the next big
Yes.
thank you to Euron Systems itself for allowing and hosting this podcast for this business live. Mr. Sudhanshu, Mr. Dibyanshu, Mr. Sujoy, the co-founders of the company, were wonderful people. करना पड़ता है, पैसे मिलते हैं. Wonderful people.
100.
Uh, obviously, I have to promote my company as we just talked about branding and marketing. Obviously, we have to
Exactly.
do that.
100%.
Yeah, so for giving us this opportunity and conducting this live, I'm pushing me to do this because, as you said, Roshan, this was your first time. This was exactly me 1 month before when they told go do live. I'm like, huh? Live? ये क्या होता है? Which I had
And
never done before.
you're doing so great, Mir bhai. You're doing exceptionally well.
थैंक यू सो मच यार, इतना भी मत बोलो, रात को नींद नहीं आएगी।
अरे भाई,
इतनी
आज
तारीफ
खुशी
हजम
आज
ना हो।
खुशी से सोएंगे अपन।
Definitely. I mean, it is great to see somebody who was one of your friend, one of your colleague, doing amazing, getting into different segments which we never thought existed, which
Hmm.
going into a different country and striving and thriving for his name, and trying to do something great. And last of all, thank you, Roshan, for taking out the time, coming to the live, giving your valuable answers. I know there were one or two answers which people wouldn't like it, but man, that is a person who has played professional cricket for 10 years. If you are at the same level, then you can come back again and you can tell over here. But yes, if a person has gone through, see, I cannot tell anything about cricket in this deep because I've never played. I've played school level. I did play a bit of more than school level, but I couldn't go further. So I don't know what's happening behind the scenes or how it's happening actually. So he's the person who has played it, understood it, lived it. So if you're a person who has played it, understood, lived it, definitely, man, you're free to tell. That's
Yeah.
your sport. You have given your blood. You have given your sweat for it. Thank you, Roshan, for joining in.
Thank you, Mir Bhai, for giving me this amazing opportunity. I really, really loved it. And this was my first time. And it didn't feel like my first time because I was talking to you. And because you're
Amazing.
such good friends and you're such a good mentor to me, you made me feel very comfortable. And I love doing this. And hopefully, soon we'll get back to this where we'll switch the roles and I will be
Definitely.
the one asking you questions.
Yes, definitely we can do that. So thank you all for joining in, for every single
Thank
person
you, guys.
joining from four different continents, guys, four different continents. There are people joining in. Thank you all for that. Different time zones, but it was really amazing for everyone to join in. Amazing speaking to you, Roshan. Hope you keep
Same here.
thriving and do excellent here.
All
Thank you,
the best to
guys.
you
Good
too,
night.
Mir. Bye bye. Thank you,
Thank you so
guys.
much. Bye bye. I'm sorry. You can follow Roshan and us in all social media channels. He's available as Roshan MJ. I'm available as Mir Muhammad Haider. Euron Systems is there on all the social media channels. You can follow Euron Systems. Keep growing. Keep learning. Follow Euron Systems. Subscribe to us. Like us. Comment us. Share us so that more people can get the right knowledge.
Yes,
Thank
100%.
you all. Amazing. Chalo. Allah Hafiz.
Thanks.
Good night. Take care. Ram Ram.